back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pro Base and the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Tea Party. This is by far one of my favorite colors of eyeshadows, regardless of the brand, but hey, I gotta say, I love this brand. ColourPop is super creamy, it's good value for your money. And I'm going to be taking the Dial Tool 787 and my Kat Von D Monarch Palette. We're going to be putting a little bit of one of my favorite colors on the arch of the brow bone, and this is Tiny Death, and it's just your standard manila toned eyeshadow. And then from there, we're going to be taking Killing Jar, which is another one of my favorite natural shades for the crease. Kat Von D does really great natural shades and really spectacular colors. I'm going to be taking a little extra Killing Jar just to get a really nice, heavy, saturated crease. From there, we're going to be taking Papillio, which is a matte chocolate brown, and really deepening that outer corner. Yes, this is a very simple look. It's almost pin-up-y on the eye. If you count the blushy tone shade on the lid, you can even take blush for the lid if you wanted to. And it really just kind of spices up the look of the lid and looks very fresh. I'm going to be taking ColourPop, this is Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics eye color pencil in Sybil, and it's a warm red brown. And we're going to be lining the upper and lower lash lines just to make the lashes look very full. From there, we're going to be taking the Prestige Liquid Liner in the shade Black, and we're going to be drawing a nice full winged eyeliner throughout the entire eye and pretty much all the way down the eye. And we're going to be taking Too Faced Born This Way Liquid Foundation in the shade Vanilla and packing this on using the Real Techniques Beauty Blender to get full coverage. From there, we're going to be taking a little bit more of the Kat Von D Monarch Palette, and we're going to be putting a little bit of Summer Fly on the lower lash line using the Sigma brush, and this is just a flat, stiff shader brush that can be used for concealer. And I think this is a little bit more on point versus a pencil brush, just because the tips are so precise and flat and thinner than a pencil brush at hand. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Tiny Death again, and we're just going to be cleaning that up. We're going to be using it as sort of our magic makeup eraser type color for Summer Fly, so it blends into the skin beautifully. From there, I'm going to be taking a little bit of Vanish, and this is a little bit more warm than the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It's also not as pigmented, so it won't look like we have red going all the way around our eyes. From there, I'm going to be taking a little bit of Papillio in the outer corner of the eye and connecting it to the wing on the upper lash line. So the entire look wraps around the eye and creates a continuous smoky cat eye. From there, I'm going to be cleaning that up with a little bit of Tiny Death and a little bit of concealer as well. You could even go a little far in with concealer like I did and create kind of like a layering and three-dimensional look with the concealer. This will make it so you kind of have to add a little bit more makeup to the outer corners of the eye. And I go in with a little less makeup on the second time because it creates this really nice, fascinating fade. And of course, an even thinner winged liner. So it stands on top of the thicker winged liner we put on the bottom. That was just a happy accident that I actually ended up liking because of the dimension it creates. And I'm going to be taking the Physicians Formula Mascara. This is the BB Mascara. It's very lengthening and very full. And this works like the original Organic Wear mascara. It's very similar. We're going to be taking the Kiss number 11 lashes. This comes in a value pack. That's the most common way to buy the number 11s. They usually aren't sold completely separately, but I highly recommend them. They're very natural looking. You won't get stared at a lot with them or asked a lot of questions, but they do look beautiful on. Once the glue becomes tacky, I like to press that in to the contour of the eye. And then I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Touch of Glow palette in the shade Light. And we're going to be highlighting and contouring. And I like to do this because it looks very natural with this particular palette. Even if I decide to go in later and add a fuller contour, I like this sort of natural sort of charcoal effect it gives the skin. It's all about fading and layering because you kind of want all these colors to spread out into your natural complexion. I'm going to be taking the Balm's Hot Mama Blush, and this is a dupe of NARS Orgasm. And because this is also a peachy shade with a lot of silver shimmer, it's going to create a very beautiful monochromatic look. I'm going to be taking a little bit of the Wet n Wild's Fair Trade Coffee Blush and Glow Trio, and we're going to highlight and bronze. We're going to be adding a little bit of highlight just to the top of the cheekbone and not throughout the face like we did with the Touch of Glow palette. I'm going to be taking the Honeybee Gardens Island Spice Lip Liner, and we're going to be lining the lips and filling them completely in sans the center. And then we're going to be taking a little bit of my Too Faced Melted Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nude to finish off this nice monochromatic look once again, because this is a peachy matte lipstick. It will stay on all day. And if you want to go with a glossier formula, I would recommend taking the Too Faced Lip Creme in Taffy. And that's it. Thank you for watching today's tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year!